DC the beat man. DC the beat man.
So epic.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Train, as usual. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And as you can see, we got my guy Reese here. Reese, how's everything with you, man?
Hey, man. Still mourning, but we live on. We move on. We cry at night. We still cry at night. Yep.
I'm surprised you didn't have a background. No background today, huh? No.
We're gonna be in a nice suburban home. That's what the NFL wants to project. They want to project suburbia until it's not time to project suburbia.
I feel that. I feel that. Well, look, we're going to get right on into it. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we had to give our flowers to the champions, right? But, Reese, I think you might, this might be a bittersweet topic for you. The Eagles. I'm going to start it off with something nice. That way you can get your, your energy going, flowing nicely. Were they lucky? Like, was this like a lucky season, bro? Like, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? We talked about the Chiefs, Dynasty, Eagles, this y'all first year getting to the Super Bowl. Like, at least this team.
We won it too in the Super Bowl.
I'm talking about this team. This team.
This team.
Not in the history.
Well, I mean, I personally don't. I mean, I've been saying it all season. Even when we were on the verge of like going undefeated, you can only play who's in front of you. Right. Now, the NFL has taken that into account, and let me tell you, our schedule for next season is a lot better. Everybody's getting what they asked for because apparently the Philly had too easy of a schedule. So we got Kansas City, Miami, the Niners. We got them all. You know what I mean? And I love it personally. I feel like I want that type of competition because I do feel like we needed that. Like everybody was saying we hadn't played anybody, but like Philly fans knew we hadn't played anybody. But it's like you want to be tested.
Yeah.
People always talk about being tested, right?
It shows you where you really are.
We weren't able to be tested in the playoff because the Vikings lost to the Giants. I don't think the Vikings would have been that big of a difference. I feel like we still would have crushed the Vikings because I didn't really believe in Minnesota. But the 49ers not having a quarterback was huge. You hear Cowboy fans.
That was a deal breaker personally.
Yeah, you hear Cowboy fans saying we got lucky that they lost quarterbacks, but it's like I was telling them the entire time, it's hard to throw the ball when you're on your back. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, the Cowboys never got to the quarterback. We did. We didn't get to Mahomes. We lost. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that it was simple. It's simple math, but we never sacked Mahomes. We lost. The Cowboys never sacked the 49ers QB. They lost. So it's like it's hard.
Y'all were dog walking all the other teams prior to the Chiefs. So it's the Super Bowl. It's this team's first time getting there too. So that might have had something to do with it as well. Right. Let me ask you this though, right? Because like I said, y'all did y'all thing. And I don't think you guys were necessarily lucky. Your defense I thought was stout. Again, I was telling you, my barber was telling me how, they hadn't really played anybody like you were mentioning. I'm like, bro, they seem solid. Like I was a Jacksonville Jaguars fan week 4. Like I was telling Freddie this too. Like, Trevor Lawrence not bad. Like this Jaguars team looks solid. And y'all
behind Jacksonville because of Dougie P.
And y'all dogged them like you guys made them look like this is the
I think that was Mahomes' first. I think that was Mahomes' first pick 6 of the season or pick that turned into an eventual score for the other team, and we actually had to fight back. That was, I think, probably our first game that season. We actually had to come back from a deficit, and we looked good. You know what I mean? Walking back from that. So that was probably the most adversity we had faced for real. Chicago.
You're talking about Lawrence.
Yeah. Going against the Jaguars in that game.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. But I'm like, their defense, like that was what sold it for me personally. That was early on in the season too. So I like your defense. But
when your defense spends the entire game on their chest because of the grass.
Yeah. But look, you mentioned the Chiefs were trying to, are set up nicely for the next 3 years. And I look at Jalen Hurts and I'm like, well, y'all look pretty set up your damn selves. Let me ask you this. Is Jalen Hurts the next Donovan McNabb? because they both began the playoffs at age 24 and went to the Super Bowl year 3. So I'm like, is he going to be the next Donovan McNabb, quote unquote? Like, is that fair to say? Because I mean, I do kind of see some type of similarity.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say. And what's crazy is I think the talent, especially offensively, that's around Jalen Hurts is more than what we had when McNabb was under center. You know what I mean? Like, undoubtedly, like I said, we had 2 receivers, catch for 100 yards, and I had our tight end go for 60. You know what I mean? And then our quarterback ran for 70. Now, where was our running backs that game? I can fucking tell you, they didn't show up to the Super Bowl. It's like defense. But regardless, I do think the trajectory that we're on, I mean, I personally feel like the NFC is ours for the taking. I don't really see, unless the 49ers can figure out their quarterback situation, the Cowboys figure out their quarterback situation.
Well, I don't. That's tough, but yeah. That's tough. Yeah, I don't want to say it's the quarterback situation, bro, but I don't know what to say it is either. Like it's so tough. I don't want to do the cop out. Oh, it's Jerry Jones. Like, it's not just Jerry Jones. Like
right.
But I don't know. Yeah, y'all are fortunate because the 49ers, I think, are going to be your biggest competition next year, unless there's some major trade.
This is what I was telling everybody too going to the playoffs. I'm a big believer in when it gets to the playoffs, it's really 3 things, right? The trenches, coaching, and who is under center.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say health.
Well, I mean, that's a given. You know, the best ability is availability. The best ability is availability. And we were actually fortunate enough, because this is huge that people don't talk about it. We were actually able to make it to the Super Bowl healthy and actually come out of the Super Bowl healthy. Especially playing on that turf, it was looking really bad. I'm not called turf. Play on that field, it was looking really scary out there for people. Like, I mean, Jake Elliott looked like he almost snapped his ankle on a kickoff, slipping on a kickoff. I was just like, this is for there to be no rain. We're just sliding everywhere. You know what I mean? So we were fortunate enough to actually come away from that game healthy. So I think as long as we can keep that health up, we're good. You know what I mean? Especially we have outside figured out Devontae, you know what I mean? AJ Brown, Goddard. Your offensive line, even if Kelsey retires, we can still move up one of the young guys and draft the O-lineman. When it comes to our D-line, you got Jordan Davis, who's ready to step into his spot. Even if we lose a guy like Fletch or Brandon Graham, we got Sweat on the outside as well. So we're probably going to need to go get another edge rusher. Either Hassan Reddick was amazing, but you always need, you know what I mean, somebody ready to be on that next man up mentality. Somebody kind of lighting that fire under those guys trying to take their job.
That's why I say you guys seem like you guys are set up nicely for the next 3 years too. So like, would you say we get a rematch Eagles Chiefs next year?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, now how much? And be honest, how much of that is fandom bias, and how much of that is like sports analytics?
No, seriously. I know this is me being as like unbiased as possible. Can you name me 3 quarterbacks in the NFC better than Jalen Hurts right now? Or even let's not say better, set up better than Jalen Hurts right now.
I mean, that's tough. Like I said, y'all have the offense and defense. There aren't too many complete teams. So I would say the Vikings offensively,
but then you still got
better. But then defensively, it's like so like they could beat you guys because again, like we stated, it's a one game series.
No, for sure. But I would say this too: Kirk Cousins under those bright lights ain't always been the best.
You are absolutely right. But I will say this too: I have seen that man come down from 33 points. Now y'all are not the Colts, but I've seen that man come down. 33 points is 33 points. You gotta play who's in front of you. You
gotta play who's in front of you. Facts.
I don't know what to tell you. But like I said,
but then you look at the AFC, you got Patrick Mahomes, you got Joe Burrow, you got Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence. I mean,
let's
you know what I mean?
Lamar Jackson in the AFC just yet. Let's hold tight on that because he could transfer and go somewhere else. That's why when I said name 3 quarterbacks, I hesitated because Aaron Rodgers is technically still in the NFC. I was gonna say like A-Rod, hey.
Yeah, but if he go out there to New York, the AFC got even scarier. You know what I mean? So it's like
I gotta look at their offense because like
the Jets offense.
Don't get me wrong. I remember the Jets offense was cool. I have not studied the Jets. The Jets literally went from the team you don't need to study to the team you need to probably study.
Listen, Trey, how did I forget about Tua and his 2 speed demons on the outside? That's another one in the AFC. You know what I mean? Like, Patrick Mahomes has a much steeper hill to climb than Jalen Hurts. If anything, Philly's lucky we're not in the AFC. Like, that's where the luck comes in, because
I'm not gonna lie though, y'all kind of got to worry about the Giants too. If they can get like a solid wide receiver, they played really well this season too. I'm not talking. Maybe not next season, but like the season after that, I could see something.
I understand the Vanilla Vic fan base, but he is not that. Okay.
I just want to say for the record, the white Michael Vick is Sam Darnold. Let's say it with your chest. Okay, it's not Sam Darnold's jersey. He got a 4 on the other side. 4 on the other side. But no, that's not what I was saying.
But I ain't gonna lie though. Philly is quietly losing a lot. We have a lot of free agents to sign. So until offseason comes, free agency comes, like, we got a lot of stuff that we have more holes to fill than I would have liked to. And it sucks that people now have 20 weeks of film on our RPO action, which was so killer throughout the season. Now folk got 20 weeks of film to study. And so it's kind of like you really wanted to win it on the first go. Just in case.
Just in case. Hey, I mean, y'all got to prove to us that, you can win it. Because if you can't, then maybe y'all were lucky.
Yeah, I mean,
I tied that all back to the top. Damn, that's smooth. Ooh, I like that. But look.
I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here, too.